025. Okay, so first thing which we are doing is creating the C sharp console application. Okay, so let me share my screen. Is my screen visible? It says you are only here, so you just please reply so that I can understand.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, so first thing we are doing is we are creating a C sharp console application for the today's session. So we already know, I'm just recapping. So we have control panel here, and here is the API section, and here is a Visual Studio template. We already covered everything related to this section. When we double press click on this, a new software launch, which is the Visual Studio template for Symmetron. We have to select the Visual Studio, okay, the coding language and project time, then export. Okay, the template added successfully. Then we have to create a C sharp application, console application. So this is Visual Studio 19. I'm creating new project. Okay, and then we have to search Symmetron. Here Symmetron 2025.0 API C sharp. Okay, here is C sharp console. I selected this. Okay, I have some special path. Okay, then I'm going to select this folder. Okay, I'm selecting some name like NC automation and create. Okay, so this template automatically add all setting which is required for Visual Studio project to communicate with the Symmetron through API. So you can see everything is added, and you can see some small code which is like creating a part file is added here. Okay, I'm going to unpin the output. So as usual, if we try to rebuild, it is not going to build because we need two Visual Studio instance, one in admin rights, one in normal. The normal is we are using for execution, and admin is the Visual Studio instance which we are using for compiling the project, because we have to write or we have to copy exe file into the Symmetron installation folder. Currently Symmetron is installed in my C program files where the admin rights is required to add anything. So yes, this is build. Okay, okay, so even my project name is NC Automation. The exe name is Symmetron API C Sharp Console Application. Because if I'm going to click on properties, you can see here two name, assembly name and default namespace. The namespace is this one, the default namespace, and assembly name is the exe name. So if I change this, okay, you can see my exe name going to change ncautomation.exe. Okay. Uh, so let's open the normal. I have to reload it again. Okay. So this is our empty project which is created through Visual Studio. Now we are going to create the NC file. How to create NC file? We just have to specify the document type CMNC. Okay. and ml is sorry, millimeter is the unit of that document. Okay, so my file is going to create at this location. So I have to change this location because I have to put all my data here. Okay, it, oh, sorry. Um, Okay, so let's check if this code is able to create NC file or not. So for that we have to again build in admin. So I'm rebuild it. Okay, it's built and I have opened Symmetron 25 which is empty. Okay, so let's start. So we selected NC and let's check what happened inside Symmetron. You can see a default NC template is loaded where the target path, stock and setup empty, nothing here. Okay, so I'm going to close this file. I don't want to save this. If I have to save this through program, I simply uncomment these two, document save and for closing document close. Okay, so are you good till this? I know somewhat it's boring because we already know the Visual Studio template, how to create, but this is we have to repeat.
No, no, it's good. I think
Okay. Mm, okay. Then I am I'm sharing some files to you. Okay. This is the NC file which is created in the listed file. Okay. This is it. So for the whole session, we need that files. Okay. So I also insist you to use the same file. First, just check this file is opening on your Symmetron or not. I have shared the one zip file, okay, which contain the this file structure, the part file, and inside that there is NC1 file, and okay, just forget about that. Okay, and the template. We need this to going it. So just confirm if you are able to download and open that file into your Symmetron. So, are you able to open that file? Just confirm, please.
Akshay,
Yes.
since the template in the my Visual Studio is not working, can you please share the Visual Studio?
The project.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. I shared that Visual Studio project. Just change the output path of that project so you can able to connect. Okay, so I'm waiting for your input. So because to go ahead, we need this. We have to make sure that everyone is able to open that ELT file and see one ELT file which is in zip file is able to open at your end. Okay, so are you able to open this file? Uh, are you able to open this file, City?
Yes, can
Uh,
open.
okay. I pronounce your name correctly or just correct me?
Correct, Siti.
Pardon?
Yes, correct. My name is Siti. Like Cidy.
Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead. So we had So we know how to create the document. This is the icing document. We already know how to cast this document into the existing modeler model document, MDLR model. So for NC API, we have separate libraries, interop DLL. So this is interop NC DLL, NC API DLL. So this DLL is responsible to communicate with the NC. Okay. So first thing, this is general symmetron document, but we have to access this some specific function in NC. So we have to cast this document into the NC. So for that, I'm going to write sim NC API ISIM document. Okay, we have to cast this document into the NC. So this as so now we can say we have created NC document and we got access for NC document. Okay, so so we can check what which are the functions here. So there are some common functions here. So you can see like PID, version, document, unit, type, title. Okay, so there is no, you can see like nothing much similar to the NC here because we I think we discussed in first session, to do any changes we have to access the model. Okay, and the model is available in the model container. So to get model container we have to cast in the NC, then we cast it into the model container which is an NC library. So INC I model container. Okay, so the model container. Okay, so now we got access of model container, and inside model we can get the active model by using this dot model. This is the active model, which is the CMNC I model, INC model. CMNC API INC model. Okay, we have to cast it again. We have to specify this is NC. So we specified this is NC. So if I press F12 and open object browser, the metadata for that file, you can see there are many functions which is only for the NC. The procedure, background simulation, drill, navigator, many things. Okay. So we already open it, the empty document. So we try to import some kind of model. Okay, so import model by path. We have to specify the ELT file CAD paths. Okay, so I think I have the CAD file inside this. Oh, okay. I don't have CAD file. Okay, so no problem. We can create one empty file, empty, or maybe we can create some cubes just for demo. Okay. Oh, it's already have file. Okay. Add 10. Okay. So okay. So now I have CAD temp file. Okay. CAD temp. Okay. I'm going to import this into the empty document, empty NC document. Okay, so let's start. So I'm trying to build in the admin, build. Okay, then try to execute. I'm just unpin this. Okay, the output of this create is to create the NC document, the empty NC document. Then we try to import model by path. So let's check model is imported. Okay, so if I edit the target part, you can see the target part is selected. Okay, so I'm dropping this small code at comment, sorry, in the chart. So you can just try this and check if the model is inputted at your side or not. So, okay. So you have to create some CAD file, or if you have any CAD file, you can just give the name. Okay, so we can maybe pause for 3 minutes. Okay. If you're done with this exercise, just let me know, then we can go ahead.
Hello, Akshay.
Yes,
Question.
yes.
For import model by part, Simatron API can do import to the specific yes or not?
Pardon, I lost your last two words.
For import by model sorry, import model by part, if in case we have a specific UCS name, can we import to that specific UCS, or do we need import first and then move?
Yes, yes. You have to import first, then you can try to move or shift this or place this part to that UCS. So,
Oh,
so this is much similar. So I can give you some broad idea. Okay. So you already know how to shift the part, move part. Do you know this? Okay. So,
didn't type code.
so let's open the document. We have procedures. We have more procedures. Okay, so I can take any, maybe MD radial move. You can take any of them. Okay. The difference is this code still working for NC. There is small things. Okay, so let me. I am copying from this inside the document to this one. Okay, and paste it here. Okay. So the difference is you can see the MDL are present in a modeler and NC. Okay, so I have to replace this to NC. We are working in NC model, so we have to change the NC. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. Then, okay. Create procedure. Okay. So let's check in NC document. We have create procedure function. Okay. Oh, so difference is like in the modeler, we are creating procedure through MDLR model because there are too many models which active or not. But in C, it is simple. We have NC model. We have the create procedures. Okay. So if you take a look of this, it asking us the procedure type which is in NC API. So if I change this to NC API, okay, create procedure. The interop NCAPI MDLR procedure type. Okay, so we have this kind of procedures in NC. Okay, so you can check. We have move linear, move radial. Okay, so we can take anything. And as this is NC procedure, we can't cast it into MDLR API. We have to cast into the NC API. Okay, the rest thing is same. Means wherever you see the MDLR API, you just have to replace to NC API. Okay, give the proper input which is required. Okay, and try to execute. It will what is it, the ship to the UCS. Is it okay for you right now?
Yes, I'm.
If we have time, so maybe we can do this at the last. Okay, so I just delete this. Okay, so this is a small code where you can create document and where you can import model by path. Okay, so we are not going to work on this, the new document. We are trying to work on the document which we have shared, which I have shared. So document is already given to you in the chart, in the zip file which is in chart. If you extract it, you can find there is a folder part file, and inside the part file here is nc1.tlt. We have to open it through program, through API, and try to fetch the property. The one thing which you have to do, you have to copy this NC file before opening, because there are many APIs in NC which are doing autosave. Okay, so we are doing this automation step by step, so we don't want to lose this data and something. So I'm just copying this file to NC. Okay, maybe I can copy this file to some backup folder. Back. Okay. Okay, this is good. That is good. Okay, I have copied the whole things. Okay, so we are ready to go. First thing is we have to open this NC document, nc1.elt. Okay. So here is create document API. So we also have a API which is responsible for open document. So open document. Open doc from browser is something, it open the Symmetron browser where we can ask user to like choose a document, then it will open. But we have to do automation. We have to perform this operation behind the scene. So that's why I'm using the open document, and we have to specify the document path. So right now my document is present here and c1.elt. Okay, okay. Then the program is like I have taken the PDM data management from the application, open document from data management. I got the SIM document. I cast it to the NCAPI document object, and I have taken the active model in NC. Okay. I don't want to import this by path. I'm going to remove this because this file already have a model. Okay, so first thing we can check like this program is working or not, and also I can show you. Okay, so first we have to build this. Okay, so in the Symmetron, this file is open. You can see the file name nc1.elt, nc standard. Okay, it has model. You can see, and it opened properly. Okay, it has many things already, like the toolpath procedures. Okay, so so this is done, right? We have opened the existing document. Okay, I'm going to stop this. Okay, what we can do, like instead of closing the file again and again, we can also try to get document active document in application. So I ask application to give me the active document. Okay, it may give me document. This document may be null. So if the document is null, then and then only I will try to open it. Else I assume that the NC document is already open. Okay, if the document is open, sorry, null, then I am trying to open it. Okay, the rest program is set. So this code is just to open the document. So now we have to do some automation. So first thing which is uh, we have to do is before doing anything further, we have to initialize this model. So let me show you the description of this API because it's needed. Okay, so we object container document NC document empty and NC model. Okay, so NC model INC model. So the API is init model. Okay, so this method use this method after loading or creating document with the API to initialize NC model. So we have to initialize model before doing anything. So it has two arguments basically. The first, this is boolean, the integer. It works as a boolean. So one means true, which is actually the create default NC setup. But we already have a setup inside the NC file, so we don't want to create it. Second is false, which is zero. Do not create default NC setup. Okay, so in API, the NC API, you may found there are many APIs which actually gives the exception. I have to show you. Let's open anything. Maybe select no sentence. Okay, so this is in the remark. There are in the document you can see the exceptions. Till now we haven't checked this section. So this section is important because this section tells us what is the possible error. So for this API, we have thrown like this exceptions if something is wrong. Okay, And how to check that? We have to add try and catch. So we are trying to add try before doing our automation. So if any exception we got, we can check like what is the cost. Okay, so I am adding every code right now in try and catch. Okay, and here the exception ex. So for doing any automation and writing any plugins, we must careful about the exception. The exception is not to harm your program. It just give you the message, good message to for the required things. Okay. So in the document we already checked it has argument. So the argument is like to create NC setup or not. So I can say create NC setup equal to 0. I don't want to create it. Okay. So we initialize the model. Okay. So first step, initialize the model. Okay. Second step is like if you can see there are many things we can do inside this process manager. So if I select this and right click, you can see the many things. So we can check the save template. Here is template and save template. Okay. So for saving template, you have to like um, give the template name, path, comment. Okay. So let's check how to do that. The first step you have to before saving, you have to select this like this list item. Okay. So how to do that? So let's check. So we have to select NC item, NC item. So most of the APIs available for NC in the model. So you don't have to go anywhere in NC, just take a model and like try to find. So right now we have to select. So let's type select. You can see the Visual Studio Intelligence give me three APIs. Select NC item, get process manager selection, and set toolpath electro stage. We have to use select NC item. So what is the input? So you can see the input is object inode way. So to understand it better, because object is not making sense, we have to go to our document again and try to find this API. So this is select NC item. So description is use this method to select NC item, which is we have to do. Okay, return type is null. The input is the integer array. So in Visual Studio, it shows the object, but because it is array, so we have to create some kind of integer array. So to do that, integer array, and we have to select maybe the UID. So okay, okay. So first thing is what is the UID? Okay, so from UI, you can see there is nothing like UID, but if you see there are some numbers. Okay, like this 1, 2, 4. This is 2 means 2 procedure, so ignore it. But 3, 5. These are the UIDs. Okay, so to select. Okay, so this UID is basically this ID in the process manager. Okay, so we can try to select the two, and let's we also trying to find like how we can get UID through program. Okay, but right now we are taking from like hard coded values, but this is in scope. So let's check how to do. um, So I am adding breakpoint here and also adding here. So I have to build individual studio admin and try to build. It's built and try to F5. Okay. Okay. So you can see we haven't opened document because we already got document from active document, which is the NC. The document is open. We are at this stage. Okay. We have initialized the model. I mean, nothing happened in UI actually. Okay. Then we have selected the item 2. So you can see there is nothing is selected. So let's check this. This has two UID. Okay. So how to check that? This is our question. So let's check how to do that. So to find this kind of IDs and values in NC, because if I select anything like the this R spiral and try to edit, okay, why it is not able to edit? Oh, why is not editing? Can anyone suggest anything?
You want to change?
What I have to do?
Do you want to change the ID? Copy the
Uh,
ID.
so actually, I just selected. It's selected, but I have to edit to. I have to make edits so that I can see the parameters in this list.
Ah,
Usually,
yes.
I do. This is disabled. So, do you know how to enable this?
Can you just double click?
Okay. I did it, but it is somehow not
Copy you change.
doing anything.
Try change the wizard.
Try change the.
The wizard. Ada. Uh, I snap picture for you.
Just share picture. Okay. Oh, this icon. Um,
Double click.
oh, hmm. Oh, what is the name of this command?
So you go to the view.
It crashed. Okay. So maybe can you please share your screen? I can give you the thoughts till this opening.
Okay, I share much one.
Okay. So
No, right.
okay.
And then
Uh, then open the file again. See one. Okay.
this one is your mode, right? Just now. I change to
Yes.
this.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Got it. Okay. So just open anything like maybe FL to see the parameter. Double click. Okay. So you can see, so there are many parameters in the procedure, the clearance, boundary setting, tolerance, electrode, shed limit, many things, the stock, cutter holder, many things. So it's very hard for API to store this data or to manage this data. So to do that, we have created one XML file which hold most of this data, or maybe the all data for all. So we are going to check how to export that XML through API, and how to get the exact value for any properties. There are too many data, some are double, some are just like the entities, and some are like some comments. Okay. So thank you for sharing. I'm taking my screen back. Okay, so Semitron is open. Okay, this is the file. Yes, it's open. Okay, okay. So yes, right now double click is doing something. Okay, so you can see there many parameters, right? So we already see this. So let's exit. Okay. So we're at this point where we have selected the two number item, and we are interested to like to know how I can say like it has UID2, right? We have to export in some XML. So again, as I said, to manage all these parameters, we have one XML. So we have to search the API. So type XML simply. You can see there are three, four APIs. So get item as XML, get process manager as XML, get process manager XML2. We have two API to export the process manager in XML. These two. If you take a look in the second API, it is something um, to say it is something like the decimal separator. I mean, you can use the any separator to separate the decimal. So this is not a part. We need this to handle the other maybe languages. I don't need the language, but maybe in Chinese or somewhere we found some issue where the decimal separator is required. So that's why we added this API. So we can use this the process manager as XML, but you have to make sure like if this API not give you the result for your like maybe decimal value, so you have to use the two API. But I think English it's not problem. We have to use this XML. So it has two argument. First is with parameter and file name. So we have to check the description. Okay, we're here. So the first input is the basically the integer true one with parameter and without parameter. Second is the string. You can also see the remark must not be in edit mode. So procedure, any procedure must not be in edit mode for before exporting this. Okay, so we will make sure. And this is like exception. So you may came across this expression like not in idle mode or operation failure. Okay, so if I open this in edit mode, so let's see what happened. So I have to give the inputs. So I need with parameters. So with param is true means one, and then I have to save the XML file path to somewhere. So I have to save this file to dump. Okay, to dump. Okay, so we need to specify XML file. We specify only the folder file. So maybe the process manager dot XML, process manager dot XML. Okay, so let's give these parameters to 1 and 2. Okay, and let's check what happened. So we have opened one procedure in edit mode, which is the F all one. So let's check. Mm, oh, how to open in MS. So Symmetron is connected. The second number 2 is not getting selected because one procedure already um what is say the edit mode. So if I check the exception, it can say T not in idle mode, and the same thing is written in the document, not in idle mode, and it also written as like must not be in edit mode. So to make sure like procedure is not in edit mode. So right now we are closing this manually, okay, and try to export the process manager as XML again. So I hope this is clear. Like exception is not something to harm you, it's just something you have to take care to pass the right data with right arguments. So I have exported or dumped this process manager as XML and it's dumped in the dump folder. You can see this. I am trying to open this. Okay, so our objective is to find how I can say this has two ID. So we know the name TP underscore model. Okay, so we have to find that name. So if I take a look here, toolpath name TP underscore model, and here is the ID 2. Okay, that's why I have taken 2. Okay, so is this clear?
Yes, very clear.
Yes. So this XML is something you need to pass for automation because we you have to work on ID, and to get ID you can find through the XML through like the name like the spiral 3, it has ID 3. If I check in the UI you can see the spiral, it has ID 3. Okay, so let's move ahead. Let's stop this program. Okay, so we came across to this API because we have to save this template, right? NC template. So I am going to comment this code. This is not needed. I just want to demo you like you have to make sure the ID and ID you can get from XML. Okay. So we can save this template. So to save the template, we again have to search in the model, the save template. Okay. So again, it has three names, the template name, template path, and comment. Okay. So I'm taking all these arguments from here. First of all, the template name. So maybe the API template. Okay, this is enough. Mm. Then the template path. So, okay, so we have to give some template path. We can again use this folder. Okay, we have to save here. Okay. Then second thing is you can add any comment, maybe my comment, and give this input or give this parameter as an input to save template function. Okay, so the expected is like it will do the same action which we can do through UI, right click, template, and save template. Okay, So let's check. We have to build in admin. Okay, so you can see that we have selected two. So in UI, it's already selected. Okay, so this is save templates. So yes, the program executed, and you can see a template is added here. Okay, it has file extension TPT, but you have to know like why the TPT. So if I open this API and it clearly show if single toolpath is selected, it is TPT. For multiple toolpath, this is MTT, and single or multiple are selected with extension, then the PCT. So these kind of things is already written. And also there is an exception. Currently we don't got any exception, but it is written like it may throw exception. Even it is not written here, it's better to use try and catch everywhere. Not only the Symmetron API, but in general. To this is like good coding guidelines. Okay, so we know how to save the template, how to select the NC item, and how to save. So I'm dropping this code. So you just have to run. Okay. So we can take some small 3 minutes. Okay, I hope this program is working at your end. You have tried to save as template. Mm, do you get any errors or it working fine?
Working fine.
Let's move to next. So first we can see the basic items in the basic things in the NC item. Okay, so we have some APIs for NC items. So if you search like the NC item, okay, you will get this kind of items. So what is this? Get ID of edited NC item, get NC item type, move NC item type, select, set color to NC item, set NC item name, and copy dates. Okay, so we'll try some of them. So let's try set NC item name. So it need the UID. So we already know the UID present in the XML. Through this, we already know that the two UID for that tool path. Okay, so we can use two and we can change to any name. So maybe the API TP. Okay, so currently it has TP model name. We change it to API TP. Okay, set NC name, rename item. Okay, let's check. Okay, so now name is TP model and I'm going to change this. You can see the API underscore TP. It's changed. Okay. Then next thing we can do is the delete NC item, right? But I think which thing we can delete. Okay, so maybe we can we have this, but we don't want to delete this. Maybe we save this template right at this part. So we can um, apply this template again and then try to delete something which is newly added in the NC document. Now we have 3, 4, 3 and 5. Okay, we already exported these as save template API. We are trying to import this again. So just give me 1 second. Sorry, I have some urgent call. Let's check. Okay. Yes. So let's check. So we are trying to apply templates. So apply template. So to apply template, let's find the API. If we see apply, there is no apply template, but we have create and see procedure from template. This is basically the apply template API. This API require only template name, nothing else. And our template name is this. Okay. Template name. Okay. So this will add some kind of templates. The this actually three inside this NC process manager again, because we exported the two, which is this, the upper level of this 3 and 5. Okay, so let's check. So first we are trying to build in the NC automation. I'm rebuilding, rebuild successful, and I'm here. Okay, okay. So I am so right now inside the process manager, only setup model and API TP toolpath is present. If I apply the template, you can see it is getting added. API TP. Why the name is added again? Because we executed the code, and in before that we actually changed the name. But you can see the two procedure is added. One is 10 and one is 11. Okay. So we can try to delete anyone, maybe 10. Okay. If I close this document, I want to close this document because I don't want to comment this any program. I just copy our backup file and paste it again. That's why I have taken this backup. Okay, replace. Okay. Okay, so already see like we have to delete one template, sorry, one NC item, and we have selected the 10, which is already shown in display through ID. So let's try to delete. So delete NC item. So for delete, we can see the delete NC item is present, and we have to give the UID. So UID basically 10. UID to delete item is 10. Okay. Okay, then try to rebuild. Okay, and add breakpoint here and try to see. It open document is already selected. Template getting added. Okay. Oh, hmm, this is problem. Okay. So the template is applied again and again. So I have to check why this. Maybe I have changed some path. But you can see the 10 is here, and we are going to delete 10, right? So 10. So if you see, the 10 is gone, the 10 is deleted. Okay. So I hope you are good at this point. I am also deleting this. Okay, I don't want the whole. Okay, so we have deleted this. I have to comment this apply template, because else we have to that copy back the file and paste again and again, and also delete NC item. So maybe before that you can just try this at once. Okay, we can set timer again. 3 minutes. You can just try. You can see like template getting applied, and also we can able to delete one NC item. It's not started. Oh, sorry. Yeah. If you done this before this time, so just let me know. We can go ahead. Okay, you can stop. I hope this is you can perform and you have related the NC item. Okay, so I'm going to comment these two functions. First is the create NC procedure from template and delete NC item. Okay, so we in Symmetron we have this data now. We have F all 11. This is the procedure. Okay, so we you can see it is a crossbar means the data or geometry is not set to this. We have to set. Okay, so we can do that. We also try to check the API for copy NC item, then try to set the geometry. Okay, so we can check try to select copy or copy NC item. Okay, so you can see the copy NC item. This is API. The first argument is the IUID, the item which you have to copy. We can choose the 11 item to copy. This is 11. Okay. And the second argument is something the after item. So where you have to place this copied item. So we just have to place after 11. Okay. And the output or return type of this method is the new item ID. Okay, so let's check. Okay, we have to execute this. Before that we have to repeat. Okay, so in Symmetron we have only 11 and we don't have after 11, so we have added, so it give me the new item ID is 15 1 5, and you can see the 15 is added here, which is we just copy f all 11 and 15. So we haven't set the geometry to this procedure, so that's why it is not containing the geometry. So first thing, so before executing this, we have to set geometry for both procedures. So I am commenting this API to copy and see item, but we have checked that the new item ID is 15, right? 15. Okay, so we just comment this. Okay, So next thing is the set geometry to procedure. Set geometry. I'm uncommenting this API, this process manager XML, because maybe we need this for next API. Set geometry. So to set geometry for a specific item, we have API. Basically, we can set geometry through criteria. So set criteria set. This is the API where you can set the geometry. So if I check this, okay, uh, and just double click on it. Okay, again it gave me the problem. Okay, so I can save this file temporary and reopen it again. I don't know why this gave me a problem because it should be able to double click and open the parameters. Okay, I hope it is not happening at your end. Till we can check the set criteria parameters. The first thing is UID, parameter ID, and set item. So we need this data. So we know the UID. We have to change the geometry or update geometry for 11. We don't know the parameter ID yet. Okay, we have to check, and we don't know the set name. Okay, so this is our document which we have closed. Okay, 11:15. So if I double click on it, okay, and go to geometry, you can say nothing is here, but it is part surface, check surface. So if I open, and you can see it is select surface by criteria. Okay, and if I open it, it is able to open the set dialog where you can select any set which is available. So I have added this set. Okay, and apply. Okay, so if I apply it, you can see the 16 item is added here. Okay, unfortunately, I think I am not able to undo that. I don't know how to do that, but I am reopening that file again. Okay, and you can see in the geometry zero surfaces. So we are doing the same. So the thing is, we know what we have taken. We taken set name as faces. Okay, but we we are not familiar with this parameter ID. So so how to check that? So first thing is we have to export the whole process manager as XML. So I'm commenting this API and try to export as XML. That's why I have reopened this API, the get process manager as XML. I'm try to rebuild the program. Okay, and try to export the whole process manager as XML. Oh, oh, it is not connected somehow. Okay. Um, oh, we're in edit, so we have to close. Okay. Mm, so we exported this as XML. So I'm stopping the automation and try to open the XML file. Okay. So we already know we have to set geometry at 11, right? So we can first see the item number 11. So if I add like that, 11, this is the item number 11. Okay, so add 11. We have to check the geometry ID. So we just have to check like So this is the whole procedure. So this is the whole procedure, right? So we just open the procedure. So on which parameter we are interested? So we are interested in geometry faces. So check the geometry or surface. So you can see maybe ID. Oh, yes, already already found that before. So I just take copy paste, but um it's not easy to find ID through view, but it's easy through programming because the XML is same. You can take any XML reader or maybe C# XML reader, and you just have to find this node part underscore surface. Okay, so we have to select this. We are going to change this because the name is part surfaces. So the ID is 43. So we are going to change the surfaces of part surfaces. Is this clear? How to select or how to check the ID for part surface?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm changing the ID, parameter ID to 43. So the UID, then second argument is parameter ID, the third argument is set. Okay. This is returning the object, so we don't know the object, but our API help document can help us to detect the object. But we are not going to use this, so I am using this. I don't know it. I know this will give the set name, so I am writing the set name. Okay. So we have set geometry for item 11. So we have to do the same for item 12. Sorry, item 15. Our new item ID is 15. Set geom for new item. So the code is same. Maybe the slight difference. So thing is we have to check the part surfaces, right? So first thing is we try to minimize the item 11 and try to expand the 15 and then try to search. So okay, it has again ID 43. Okay, so let's check if this is the same. Yes, item 15 and item part surfaces has 43. So, so UID is 15 and parameter ID is 43. Okay, so let's check. I hope we are able to set the faces. Okay, right now it is not present. I am showing you again in the geometry part surfaces. Part surfaces is 0. So I'm closing this. If you are using the Symmetron in another language, maybe in I don't know, maybe any language, so you can see the XML containing the this name because this is written here. Okay, only the space is filling with underscore. So you have to use that name for search. Okay, so this is then I try to build solution. Okay, this is not able to compile. I'm compiling it in admin rights. Okay, and try to execute. Mm. Okay, so we are here. We are asking Symmetron to change the geometry for item ID 11. It's getting changed, and you can see the output is string array, and which is the faces, the set names. We have given the one set, that's why I set. Then this is the we have set geometry for newly created item, item number 15. It again give as the set name faces. Okay, and if we try to check, you can see the cross is gone. Geometry was selected by criteria. Here is added. Okay, so if I select this and show you in the part surface, it is 16, and if I double click and set criteria, you can see the faces. Means it's working. Okay, so how this is good at this point. We have um, select the faces by geometry by criteria, which is the set. Okay, so before going ahead, maybe we can um, change the cutter. Okay, and then we can execute all NC procedures. So just where we have to change the cutter. This is 5. Okay, we have to execute. I open it. Okay, so right now for 5, cutter name is flat 05. Okay, if I expand this, okay, and search the cutter in the XML, you can see cutter, oh, cutter name. Okay, flat 05. This is the cutter name and procedure. You can see. Oh, I think we can open the right procedure, so it's very hard. Setup, setup. Okay, so where is cutter? Cutter is present in apt fee 5 id. Okay, so this is 4 id. We don't have to check. This is 2 id. This is 9 id. Okay, inside 2 it has some ids. The 4 procedure and 5. Okay, the 5. So we reach at this point in XML, have all 5. Then we have to find the cutter. So here is cutter holder value. And the name is flat05h. ID is 03001. I don't think we need ID. So change cutter for rock 5. Okay, so we know we are going to change cutter for item. This is 5. Okay, and we have to specify the new cutter name. New cutter name. Okay, so let's check which cutter available. So if I select this, any cutters. Okay, so you can select anything by just cutter name. I can take this. Okay, maybe 0 flat 03h. Okay, closing this procedure. Um, adding name here. Okay, so before changing the cutter, we have to ask the model to like open procedure for edit. Okay, so we have asked to open procedure, but which procedure? The item number 5. Okay, and also after doing some operation, we have to ask for close procedure. So close procedure, which procedure? So this item. Okay, and it asks us the third argument, second argument. The second argument is basically the save. Do you want to save or not? I don't want to save it, so I am giving 0. I say 0. Okay, so between this open and close, we have to change the cutter. Okay, and to change cutter, we have one API change cutter. Okay, where you have to specify the ID. You may directly change cutter without opening and closing, but it is a best practice to open the procedure and close. So this is the cutter, the UID for cutter, and this is the new cutter name. Okay. So we change the cutter for 5. We are going to seed it, and also we want to execute all NC procedure which is currently in the process manager. Okay, so execute all NC procedure. Okay, so the new program is to change the cutter till this and execute the NC program. Okay, so right now we haven't executed this, so let's check. I'm going to compile this, rebuild this for and try to execute. If you feel like this section is, I just drag it, so just stop me for that point because it is necessary to get understanding of all these API. I found like this API delete, copy, and item is something simple, so I just drag it. But by mistake, if I drag some interested thing, then just stop me. Okay, so we again set faces or set geometry for the 11 and 15. We don't have to check that. Okay, so we are opening the item number 5 for edit, and if you see, okay, so it actually getting edited. You can see the file is selected, the edited box is open, okay, and then with cutter name it changed. Sorry, I think okay, operation failure because I think I opened this. Okay, we have to execute this again. Mm, okay. Okay, again operation is failure because if you see in the screen, the cutter dialog is open. Okay, so first we have to close that. I'm going to reopen the file. This is the best thing which I know. Okay, right now is nothing here. The operation failure, why it is happening failure again? We have to debug that it is getting failed somewhere. Save template. Okay. We say geometry. Okay, the geometry is okay. Okay, because we already set it, we have to comment it, right? We are going to comment. This is because I already set the geometry. Okay, so we are ready here. Okay, everything's okay now. Oh, change cutter is still not getting the parameter value is not valid. So okay, so this is good because this gives some good inputs. So we have to first check the API description, change cutter, and is this valid? parameter value is not valid. Okay, so we have to check the each parameter for this. Okay, so let's check. Okay, so this is 5, right? And we have selected flat 05H. We have opened this. We gave the new name. I don't think I have did anything wrong. Okay. Anyone knows why this exception getting caught? Because I feel I have give all values are correct. The item ID, new cutter name, everything. Okay, you see that I didn't change anything, but still is getting change. Okay, so let me give you some theory about that, and you can also see that for Crucial 5, the cutter is changed to flat 03H. So what happened? Through API, we found one thing, one bug in 2025. We are not able to work the multiple NC file in API. For instance, we close some files, so that may be the reason. Okay, we're working on it, and this is a known thing. So I just closed that Symmetron and reopen, and I didn't did anything, and it works. So I hope you understood this. This is for this version through API. Okay, then I open here. Okay, so you can see we have to set the geometry again because we have opened that file, empty file. Okay, so we are setting geometry. So I hope you understood the this version problem through API. Okay, Symmetron is open, so I am just trying to debug. Okay, again I have to build. You can see the automation. Okay, the file is set. Okay, we change the cutter name, close, then execute all NC. Now it is not executed. So if I open, you can see in Symmetron it is doing execution. So if I open it, you can see the status of all is green, the calculated procedure. So we have executed all NC procedures. Okay, so I am dropping this code, the whole code for you. You have to make sure the which thing which you have to comment or not. And if you have to use this as it is, then make sure that Symmetron is um, new Symmetron is getting launched. Okay, so I am giving you the whole file. Okay, I have to make sure everyone is able to use this. Anyway, okay, so I have shared you the code, the whole file. You just have to copy and change the path based upon your path, and check the like we have said the geometry, we have changed the cutter, and we have executed the all procedures. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is like we are changing the color motion and we are executing the post. Okay, so I am closing the symmetron. Okay, okay, so I am setting a clock for 3 minutes. So I will ask, I will take me, I will take coffee for me. So, so I will come back in 3 minutes. Until that point, you have to just make sure like this program is getting working at your end. Try to open new symmetron for execution.
Akshay,
Yes.
sorry, the file cannot be downloaded.
Hmm. Okay. Then I can share you the whole code. Okay. Then I have shared the code. Please check it. Maybe the meeting organizer is here and he has right to share file and things.
Thank you.
Welcome. So I will come back in 3 minutes. So if you have any doubts, we will cover after that. Hello, sorry, I'm little bit late. So, are you able to execute occupancy procedure? Hello.
Not yet. Just come back from washroom.
Okay. So maybe we can just wait for another 2 minutes. Okay. Is it working fine?
Still work on it because just now got error.
Do you mean you got some error or not understood actually?
No, because I copy your coding directly into my working file.
Yes, 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 yes. The path and things need to change. Yes.
But you can continue. I understand.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Check what things. Okay, we have two, three things remaining. Okay. Change color and motion. Okay. So we are here. Okay. We can check like we have to change the color motion. Okay, change color motion. Okay, so opening that file in Symmetron. Okay, so for 3 we are going to change the color motion. So is that parameter? Geometry is not definitely. Not definitely. Control order is not definitely. Hmm, okay, everything is looks good. Okay, motion parameter and the realization star shield limit check and contour. Okay, so let's check. So we are going to change the color motion for one comment. Okay, so this is just introduction for you for this API. Uh, okay, so let's do the color motion. Okay, so maybe if I search in that file, I can get something. Air motion, not air motion. Yes, pen visibility, RGB, it is also RGB. Motion. Okay. I just want just searching the if the motion is defined by some value or not, but it's okay. Um, we have the color motion. We have color IDs. I can share with you, but right now we are using some hard-coded value. So we are going to change color motion for item 3, and we can select a color index item. Sorry. Mm, uh, maybe 5. Okay, so we are going to change color motion for item 3 with color 5. Okay, we also have some API to like hide show the motion. There is API like hide show motion. Okay, you just have to view the UID and it can do the reverse action if it is hide it show or something. Okay, so this kind of things you can do. You can also change the pen motion. So here is pen motion. You again have to give the ID. Okay, and the pen size. So maybe the size is 8. Okay. So this is just introduction, like you can change this kind of parameters through API. You can actually change any parameter which is in XML. You just have to find proper API. So if you like add any keyword or select any keyword like this, maybe motion, you will get the all API which is available in that model. Okay, so this is the thing we have changed the color motion. Okay, and then second thing is we are going to do is the execute the post. Okay, so to execute post we have to give of course the post name. Okay, so I have GPP2 test created, so I am using that. You can use any name which is available at your end. So execute post to all NC procedure. Okay, you have like some special API also execute post for NC burning stage, post by ID wait, etc. We're using like execute post for all NC procedures. Okay, we have to give the post name. So string post name GPP2 test. I think I have this. I don't know. Let's check. Okay, and also the output directory. So if I open the API help and search, okay, it gives me I use this method to execute post process on all NC procedures in NC file. So it has the input, return type is string, the output file name, return full path of created output file. First is post name of the post processor such as GPP2 test. Okay, the name is tests. Okay, maybe we can check. And the second is the output path. The path name op directory to contain output files. So this is like we have to give the output path, folder path. And third argument is the I start home, a variant to three double XYZ used to set the home for machine post. So where is our code? This is NC automation. So the second argument is is the output path. String output path, and we can give output path as dump. Okay. Then third is double array. So what is here? It is double array. Okay. So double array, and the name is like I start home. We can use this is XYZ value, so three double value. So 000. Second argument is post. Third argument is I start home. Okay. So we have to keep eye on exception as well. So it is not remark, but it may be like okay. So I am closing this file. We close Symmetron to avoid any wrong thing that I'm building my code. Okay, it's compiled. Okay, Symmetron is I think open. I'm not going to show you this because this is getting changed, but we are interested in the post now, so we can check post. Okay, Symmetron is getting loaded, so we can start debugging. Okay, okay, so we're here. This change cutter is successful. Execute post is also successful. Not now. It is calculating. You can see 2 is yellow. Okay, all is green now. We execute, then change color motion. Then the output path is set. Then I am trying to execute post. So what happened? Let's see. Okay, so it's working. Okay. Okay, so it's working. The breakpoint is not exception. So let's say in term. Okay. So GPP2 test is created. Okay. So this is for the execute post to all NC. Okay. Then last thing which we can do is background simulation. I tried this yesterday, but somehow I not it succeeded. Maybe because of the multiple files. Okay. Background simulation. Let's check this again. But you can check at your side. This is my development machine. Many things are like the mixing. So maybe that happened. Okay, so first thing we have to check which is the API. So we are going to simulate. We have to search simulate. We have one API background execute simulate. Okay, so it has many inputs. So it's better to open in Chrome to understand. Okay, so execute simulator in background and save report files. So it will save the report file. Return type is none. The input first input is integer array. Basically, no vector of procedure ID should be simulated. Okay. So we have to give some procedure ID which we have to simulate. So I can give. I'm closing this. This. Okay. So we are giving two procedures. So maybe 3 and 5. Okay. To simulate. Then the second argument is string report part where the report of simulation should be saved. Okay. So we have to give part to save the report. So report is actually in text file, right? So we have to give some file text file path. So so this is my folder path where I have to write report and I am adding as report.txt. I think in the example also yes report is txt. Okay. Then third argument is integer I quick. If true, run quick simulator, else standard simulator. Okay, so true is quick simulator, so we can use that. The name is iQuick. So iQuick is one because the integer is material remove. If true, check against stock. Okay, let's try to check. Okay, then integer array. I check part procedure vector of part procedure ID that simulation should check against them. It has values check against part is checked. Okay, so they have given like this. Okay, the object IDs. Okay, so we can use this and maybe can use any 11. Uh, I don't know even this is correct or not. Okay, then next argument is tolerance of simulation. So this is double value. The tolerance we have to use maybe one. This is okay. Tolerance. Then the double value I part offset from the part. Okay. So oh I think it's double. Okay, double. This offset from part. So I can use the zero offset. Then UCS ID reference UCS ID. So I know in Symmetron ID, the 2 is always reference, the 2 is assigned for UCS. So I can use that 2. So we are giving this input for the simulator, background simulator, and see, and remove, and check parameter, then this tolerance, part offset, and UCS ID. Okay, so it has no return type. Okay, so let's check what happened. I'm going to open Symmetron 25. Mm, maybe our session get exceeded 5, 10 minutes. First, I have to build this program. So I have built, okay. Then try to execute. You can see like document is open in Symmetron, okay. And something like you can see the flickering, something is happening like automation. Okay, execute first. We already check. Post execution, it needs some time. Okay, so I think it's done. Okay, so we are here. So let's check what happened. Okay, I hope this is visible. We already set the arguments. So let's check. Okay, you can see that something is happening. So I don't know why the API is opening the Symmetron again. I also found like it is okay. This is at yesterday's situation. I think it will not do anything. Okay, the part creation failed. Oh, check against part. We don't have to give anything. Okay, that is solution. Okay, so I think my argument is wrong. If I use the check against 0, it will do something. Okay, so I will not giving anything. Let me the solution. This is right. Check part procedure. Check against part. Okay. Also there is one I think option. Quick remove material remove. Check part with the procedure. Just check against them. Okay. I think this is that. Okay, so I think simulation is working fine. My argument is something wrong. Okay, and you can see that simulator is open and doing simulation and creating report. Maybe report is done. Maybe you can check. Yes, here is report, and you can see this is report. Result is okay. Okay, so this is the like automation you can do like simulation and all things. So let's get a feel like automation. So we can just close the symmetron. Okay, uh, rebuild the this again. This is rebuild and then try to open this symmetron 25. The output path of this program is actually the Symmetron installation folder. So I am going to open that exe from there so that we can get feel like um automation. So, but if there is any exception, we must know. So I am writing to console. The console. um, oh, we already write. Okay, so we have to just read line. So it will stop. Okay. Um, okay. So where we are, we oh. these program files, Symmetron 25 program. Yes, NC automation. This is Excel. Okay. Okay, then our Symmetron is open. We have file. Oh, okay, this is NC automation. We just able to double click. Okay, and you can see. Oh, you can see like it's flickering. It doing his job. Something is happening. You can see the cutter name is not changed. I think it will doing something. Okay, it's selected 3. You can also write some nice notes in console like this operation is working, or we are doing this operation, please wait, something like that. We haven't did that. We just executed it. Okay. So I hope this is for doing something. Calculation part is done. Maybe he's trying to fetch something. Yes, he's in automation. Let's wait. I think he's trying to calculate something. Yes, simulation. Okay. I think execution is done. The simulation is trying to open. We have to change that thing, something for the background simulator argument. I change a little bit. I'm not sure it will working for that argument or not. Let's check. Okay, so it again gives like part creation failure. So the simulation is done. Okay, the simulation exe is closed. Our report is generated. So this is automation. You can automate your thing. So maybe based upon some parameters, like if you just say, I don't want to see this parameter, I know my template is enough fine for me. I just have to change maybe the surfaces. Then you can create nice plugin where you can allow user to select like surfaces, create the set in the background, and try to set to that procedure, to that set in the background and execute everything. So I think you get today a feel like some kind of automation. You can do anything in background and user can feel it through UI, like it is getting changed, something is happening, this kind of thing. So I hope this exercise is good. At least today you can feel something is automated. So I'm giving you this code. Code I think we added from here. Change color to background. Okay. Let's try and let me know. Maybe I can set like 3 minutes.
Actually,
Yes.
I have a question.
Hmm?
Regarding on the post execution, just now
Hmm?
we need to input the iStart form, right? So instead of we are inputting the location of the home position, can we use the UCS ID for him, something like that?
Hmm. UCS ID for what?
For posting.
Okay, for this, right? Execute post.
Yes, correct. Do we have any like another variable for using UCS ID?
Okay, UCS ID. So you want to shift model to that UCS, right?
Okay, but instead of the I start home is giving the vector, right?
Yes.
So I don't want
Okay.
vector, I want the name of the UCS.
So I think we have UCS. It taken some ID. So let's check. Mm, oh yes, I thought it is like NC item ID. It is not UCS ID. But if means, can we do it through UI through post? Hello.
Yes. If you
Yes.
open the we have option like the reference UCS, we can go at
So
the under the navigator, they have arrow.
maybe you can share your screen and like show me where is that. Maybe I can share some alternative. Okay, so
So here the
oh,
difference uh, or
oh
or
references, yes. Okay.
or maybe I have another UCS name over here. Like right now we have model, right? Model or maybe another piece of UCS name. Can we use that kind of name?
Okay, so just let me check in the XML. If it is in XML, we can use. UCS name is model. It is in setup parameter. So it is available in setup parameter, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes. So we have API somewhere to change setup parameter. Set item post by UCS ID. Okay, post by UCS to all institutions. Okay, we already have. Okay, perfect. Post name output start. Okay, so we have this API. Um, so so this is the API post by UCS to all NC procedure. And if I check the description, use this function to execute post for all NC procedure. So it take an argument as UCS name. So I think this will help you for that.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So session two, I think, is completed. Um, I have so I'm not able to find, I think, um, answer or do code for your query to like move model from one usage to another. So I will try to send you the code in the chat. If it is, I'm not doing that. Maybe if it is not possible for me to write code in the chat, we will do it in our next session. So I think we have enough time for one session, and we need to exceed a time for second session. So let me check. Okay, so this is right. The next topic is like section two, lesson on specific topic. So add external data to Symmetron files. So I think we have um, mm, like we can manage to cover some topics here. So apart from that, if you have any kind of things which you have to ask, so maybe you mail me first, so I can try to manage time to cover this section and also your query. Okay, and also access geometric information through API. So as for the lesson 4 and 5, we can try to solve your queries and doubt which is not maybe added in this section 1 and section 2. Maybe that topics is specifically related to one small topic or anything. We can do that, but for this create a custom feature guide, maybe we need like some more time. We already assigned 3 hours for this topic. So share me your queries to my email address. I already share my email address in chat, so I can manage time to cover the queries and also this topic. So how you feel today? The session looks good, or do you think like I have to change something, uh, like in content or maybe in anything?
Today's quite easy.
Pardon?
Topic quite easy. Can understand very clear.
Yes. Also, I think you today you get feel like automation. The spring screen is flickering. Something is happening. Okay, so then see you for next session. Um, we don't have assignment for this. Okay, I tried to like get data from that customer or last customer, but uh, he's not want to share his data like through this session or and all. So I will try to do some kind of special assignment for you for next lesson. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much.